Dallo de la Paz. He's our tempter for November.
Well, today we're going to do a French apple tart with frangipane, with cinnamon sugar, and then we'll finish it with an apricot glaze. The name of the pastry shop is called Pastisserie Lille, and we're located in Herndon, Virginia. We do a lot of custom work. We do all types of European type pastries. You can come in on a regular basis, find different things every day, freshly made, geared to that European type flavoring where you go in, you have your desserts, which are really flavorful, but they're not as sweet. I've been doing this for about 18 years. I fell in love with pastry when I was 21 years old. I went to cooking school, had the opportunity to go live in Maui, where I worked at the Four Seasons Hotel, and saw what the pastry chef was doing. Begged him to let me into his shop, and he finally did after about 4 months. And then I pretty much dedicated my life to pastry after that. So that, and a lot of it, of course, the creativity. Being so creative and being so open to create many different things, I think gives me, really keeps me going. So, all right, so I'm just gonna peel these quickly. And we're gonna pour them out. And we're just gonna slice them.
Now, is this a French type pastry you're making?
It's a French type pastry, and what I did basically is, what I have in front of me is a 10-inch tart shell, which I used a sugar dough. And usually when I do a sugar dough, the sugar dough that I use is a basic, what's called a 1-2-3 dough. 1 pound of sugar, 2 pounds of butter, 3 pounds of flour. That's why it's called 1-2-3. And to that, to give the actual dough a little bit of elasticity, I had probably about 6 ounces of egg white. And that helps the dough, of course, you know, cook, and without adding whole egg, it doesn't let the dough take on color right away. So with that, I've made a frangipane that I have in front of me here. It should be a really creamy consistency. And what you do is you take a little bit, you spread it into your tart shell, so it's pretty much even. You don't want a lot because the frangipane itself comes up as it does. As you do incorporate air into it, it does puff up and it will set up with a little bit of height to it. So we just want to put just a little bit in here, and then what we'll do is we'll put our apples. And they're usually these Granny Smith apples are probably the best kind, only because they don't break down as quick as your other apples, because they give you a nice sour taste. We're going to go ahead and fan these out. And what you want to do is you want to take the middle of the apple first, and you lay those out. And you pretty much squeeze them in as much as you can. What I've done with each apple, I've cut them into quarters, and each quarter I've cut that into quarters, so you should get 16 slices out of each apple.
You're going to make this recipe available to our subscribers on our website.
I am, and anyone can feel free to either email me perhaps, and if they have any problems or any questions with it, I'd be more than happy to assist you in helping you do that. Okay, so basically this is what you want. What I've done with the apples, I've faced them going all one way. My second one in the middle, I faced them going the other way, and then the last one going back the way we did the first one. All right? So then we take a little bit of cinnamon sugar, which we have here, and basically what I've done, taken about a tablespoon of cinnamon and mixed it in with probably about a 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, so we're going to pop that in the oven. The oven's at 350. We're probably going to bake it for about 20 minutes, and then we'll check it after that. The experience that I want people to have is basically, it's very important to me, is I want people to come in, to have a dessert, and say, wow, that's a really good dessert. And part of that, of course, is service as well. It's important for me to people to come in here, to be waited on properly, basically all their questions answered, and them to leave with a good feeling of, you know, they took care of me, they have a good product, you know, we will be back. Okay, well, this is our tart, which just came out of the oven. Basically what happens is you look for color, you look for the actual coloring on the side of the shell, as well as the apples. The apples will shrink down a little bit, but you'll get color actually on the side of the shell, just like that, nicely baked. You can find little packets, I think, of glaze at your store, local stores and so forth, which I think you mix with a little sugar and water, and they work just as well. So what we'll do is we'll just glaze it, give it a nice little glaze here. And the good thing about this is you get a really, really nice apple flavor with the nice frangipane, which gives you a nice almond flavor as well. It's very light, and it's not too heavy or not too dense. Of course, using fresh fruit. It makes an excellent, excellent dessert. And if you want it even to serve it warm, you can, and I would even suggest serving it with a little bit of ice cream. So this is our apple tart, and I thank you for joining us here at Pastisserie Lille, and hope to see you soon. Enjoy.